Hi there, I'm Ben and welcome to part 10 of my full platinum walkthrough of Dark Souls 3. At the end of the previous video, I said that we were going to go to Anor Londo next. Well, I lied. Sorry, that was terrible. No, I've just changed of plans right at the end after I'd done the video. We're going to go to Irithyll Dungeon and we're going to go and get the covetous gold serpent ring so we can start doing farming before we move on. We need to go this way anyway, but we're going to sequence it by going this way first. So go to the Irithyll Boreal Valley, go to the bonfire that we found in that water area, the one we lit. Go back to that one, and we're going to carry on down this way. It's quite a short area, this one. You can see it's 29 minutes, nearly 30 minutes. This is obviously a trap. Those two hags, they run off down the stairs. It's obviously a trap, so watch out for the knights type person on the left there, and then they're going to come back up the stairs and try and get you. What do we get? Oh, the Pontiff Knight's crown. Yeah, Pontiff Knight. I thought I said that. Thought they were called that. Anyway, yeah, there's going to be one of these guys at the bottom of the stairs. You can see how easy these are when they're on their own. They're just not even a problem. One of the easiest enemies in the game. Fire Witch, so that's what they're called as well. So yeah, we're going to do this area, Irithyll Dungeon, and that's going to lead into the Profaned Capital, which is going to be the next video. We're going to kind of need to go back to Irithyll Dungeon while in the Profaned Capital as well. But because I'm doing a separate video for every area, we're going to split them up like that. And then, after the Profaned Capital, then we're going to go to Anor Londo, I promise. Right, yeah, so I'm just running back up. You might wonder why I'm doing this. We're just running back up to get a rusted gold coin. These can help with farming later on. I mean, you're going to run out of gold coins and you'll have to buy more. But you will have more than enough souls by that point. Right, now, if you're embered like I am, you're going to get invaded at this point. So you can see in the top corner, we'll get the Murakumo, something like that. It's a sword. If you don't get invaded, you're not going to get it. So if you're not embered, you're not going to get it. Don't worry about it. If you're not, it's not essential to anything Dark Spirit Alva. It's fine. You don't need to fight him or her. But if you want to, then feel free, obviously. Quite easy. Just has that major spin and a crossbow. That's kind of all you need to watch out for. I was trying to get it to spin off the cliff, having none of it. Oh, that was too close. I could have followed up with an attack there, but I knew I would have followed her off the cliff if I'd have done that. Or him. Yeah, just wait for the spin, and at the end there's a massive pause that allows you to get in. And then just keep going with the combo until you start hitting again. And yeah, quite an easy one to kill. You will get the armor set later on if you do kill him, her, Alva. It's kind of a... I don't know, that could be either way, right? And then once you go down here, you're going to get into Irithyll Dungeon itself. Which is, yeah, like I said, it's a very short place. It has some of the worst enemies in the game in here. The jailers. They're horrible. I know how to deal with them. I've dealt with them quite a few times, and yet I still make a mistake when it comes to the jailers. You're going to see it right away as well. It's embarrassing. I had to leave that bit. I had to leave that in. I don't know because I have the volume down on the game, so obviously it's quieter. But yeah, that bit every time will get me as well. The screaming body. A jump scare in Dark Souls is like the first time they've done it. So we're just going back and forth between these cells. This one we can't open yet. We need a key. So you saw the jailer walk past. Now what they do is... so much. So the first thing they'll ever do when you encounter jailer is do that smoke kind of a attack thing. It doesn't actually hurt you to be in it, but if you stay in it for a prolonged period, it's going to increase your item weight, so you're going to be fat rolling, etc. And then what they do is they like to stun lock you and kill you like that. It happens so quick. This third one here is not usually at this end of the bridge, so I was not expecting it to be there. It's never at that end of the bridge. So I'm going to quickly run back and try again. So they're going to always, there's that gap there where they do that smoke attack where you can run in and kill them easily, no problem. But the next thing they do, so there is more, is they'll hit you with their iron, which will stun lock you and kill you straight. There's not much you can do about it. Another thing they like to do is, you'll see my health at the top there has gone down. That lamp they're holding is going to reduce your health when you're in line of it. So that one's gone to like a resting state again, so they will do the smoke every time. They're not alerted. So you can see my health will go back up. And this is the overall health that will go down. It will go back up when you get out of the line of sight of the lamp. You'll see that it's getting you because there'll be like a red like symbol on your body. Not that one. That's the up attack symbol. Yeah, you're going to see more of them yet, so when we see them, you'll get more of what to expect. So there's another screaming one. This is actually a gate, a shortcut out of the dungeon entirely. So we'll use that later on. Remember that. So I've come out the bonfire, down the corridor, and then go to the right, all the way to the right, and that window there. So if you die later on, that's where you'll need to go. Obviously, I'll show you where it is. So drop on that jailer, so you don't have to deal with it, and then get your pointy sword out, and give them some charge R2s into these guys. It's the easiest way to kill these, is with a pointy weapon. It's just so much quicker to switch. If you don't have it, don't worry, you can just use your normal sword. It's just going to take a lot longer, actually, maybe 5 or 6 hits. Let's get rid of all of these. I think there's just, yeah, that's it, just the ones in this room, in this side. So think of this area as side 1. The place we are now, we're on lower 1. We were just on upper 1 when I reference it later, and we're going to cross the bridge, and then we're going to be upper 2 and lower 2, just so you kind of know where we are. So this guy, he's going to try and surprise you. He is going to be one of those ones that has the chest burst open and has the kind of worm guy come out of him. You remember him from back at the cathedral. These all do it as well, so be careful in here. They'll change into them and grab you right away, so quickly kill them one at a time. Get rid of them, and you get the old sorcerer's gear there. We've not picked up an armor set for quite a while, actually. And then, unfortunately, it looks like there's nothing in here, but there is one of those worm things, so you remember these as well. So you will need your torch handy at some point if they hit you. I should have double-handed here, but I was not expecting him to take so many hits. No, once it dies, I've actually got the worms on me, so I'm just getting the torch out. And there we go. And then once it dies, you'll automatically get Great Magic Shield, which is a sorcery we need, because we need them all. And that's lower 1 and lower upper 1 done. So we're going to go back to upper 1. I'm going to cross the bridge in the middle to go to upper 2. So that's where they all were before. And then straight away you're going to look to the right, and there's going to be a jailer right at the bottom. Run for it. You'll just have to run, and then just do a running L1 into it, and just hit it as quickly as possible. Get it killed. Get it dead. Another room of these guys. Again, be careful. You can see he's throwing up in the corner there. They will try and get you with the worms, and they hit surprisingly hard, these guys, as well. Titanite. That item, yeah, I didn't mention while we were down there. That item down there we do need a key for. If I don't go into a room, it's because we need a jail cell. It's because we need a key for that specific cell. Pale pine resin, and then a thing that is just made up of all of your nightmares. What in the hell is that? Oh, where did they get these designs from? So open up your shortcut. Now you couldn't actually go left to start with, so that's leading back to the bridge. And then we're going to go to this cell here. And there's going to be the Jailbreaker's key, which is going to open that window door on upper 1. So right at the end of upper 1 there was that window. You can actually open it now with this this jailer's key. We're going to do that later on, because there is actually a ring out of that window, but we'll link it all up. So there's 3 jailers down here, so drop on 1 and then evacuate this room. Just get the hell out. You're going to see my health, it's creeping down just a bit. You're going to see a lot. They don't usually follow me. They do have that red glow, so you can tell when they're coming. Yeah, you can see I have that red sort of aura around me. It's getting too much, so I'm getting the hell out. They will kill you. It doesn't stop. It goes all the way down. And just get out of the line of sight. It's just not worth it, because they hit you with that weapon they're using. I couldn't think of the name of the weapon then. They hit you with that. It's hard. It just, there's nothing you can do once they hit you. They follow up with the slam attack, and they just press it on you until you're dead. And there's just nothing you can do to retaliate. So that was a close one. I actually managed to get out of it, and then it's got that aura on me, and they've slowed me down now. So yeah, you could see I was overburdened almost. So from the smoke, there's just so many elements to these enemies that just make them the worst. Look at my health just flying down. I've not had them chase me this far before. This is a new one. And even if you you think you've got the drop on them, you're running towards them, they don't have a shield, so why would it be a problem? You should be able to just run at them and start hitting them. They will lift that iron up and just hit you with it. And because your health is reduced most of the time, it's going to be a problem. Now 3 is doable-ish. You just have to spread. It's just patience. Don't go running in. Divide and conquer is the most important thing you can do with these guys. Smouldering iron, that's what they're using. It's just not worth it. That you think you're going to get that extra hit in to kill them, especially if there's 2. But your health is going down so quickly when there's more than 1. It's just not worth it. Simple gem. Obviously we need that for infusions later on. There's another one of these. Well, there's actually 2. There's one to the right as well. So I'm just going to switch back to the rapier. And with a couple of charges there. So now we're on lower 2. So remember this gate here ahead of me. We're going to be opening that up later on. That's a shortcut, kind of. It's not really. It's quite far away. Yeah, we will be opening that up. So there's actually supposed to be a crystal lizard here. And you're supposed to chase it. The idea is it'll run off, it'll chase it down here. And there's going to be one of those terror babies come jumping out at you. I don't know what is going on with that thing. They're not too bad as an enemy. They're quite slow and you can get behind them. Kill them quite easily. You saw me already kill one anyway. Yeah, so the crystal lizard will run down. And that thing will sort of jab its spear into your side. The crystal lizard wasn't there for me. I don't know. I must have alerted it early or something. Don't worry. That's the Profaned Capital down there. So we're going down there later on. It's like a couple of Titanite scales. So if you want those for any reason, obviously come back. Reset the area. Come back and get the scales. If not, just leave it. And if you do need them in the future, just remember that the lizard was there. So I'm going all the way back now, so to the top of, so we're in upper 2, I'm going to go across to upper 1 again. And we'll go to that window that I mentioned. And you can now open it using the Jailbreaker's key. And drop to the outside, so we've gone full circle there. And we'll go drop down here and get the Bellowing Dragoncrest ring. So that's the kind of jail area done. That's it. Now we're moving on to kind of a new area and a new set of enemies. They have a machete. They have the... yeah, it's fine. They're really easy to kill, these guys. Couple. You can actually roll into them and interrupt their attacks as well. So together then they're not bad. So do the drop on the first guy and then get the other 2. Yeah, we've got yet another mimic here. If you don't have the symbol of avarice yet, if you didn't do the farming for it, obviously you're going to be running out of mimics, so get it done. Hopefully you did. Or you might randomly get it as a drop if you're lucky. But this one's going to drop an Estus Shard, so we need to kill him. Yeah, I take a double take on this guy. Like, what in the hell is that guy wearing? He disappeared. What was he wearing? Right, you can see there's quite a few of them. These lamps don't do anything to you, so you don't need to worry. These have very slow attacks, so you can, if you want to, avoid them. Obviously, I didn't want to with that one. Like, how slow those hammer attacks. Just back away a little. Same with these. Just back away a little. And, yeah, you'll be fine. There's 2 crossbow guys. There's another one coming in here from the side. And then you get the crossbow ones last. They're obviously the easiest. And then we've got the double kind of shottle guy here at the bottom. He's probably the most aggressive. So don't wake him up until all the others are dead. Get the soul here, and I'm just going to kind of show you this area, kind of map it out a bit for you. So there's going to be 2 drops here. You can see there's a little hole here. You can drop down either of these ones. Now we're not going to do that, and I'm going to show you why in a moment. You can't see it now. What have we got here? A dung pile. Great. Dung pie. So we're just going to go down here, open this, and I'm going to show you what's in this area. Now, we're not going to kill this giant yet. So the 2 things will drop you down in front of the giant there, if you were to drop down. We're not going to deal with him yet. We're going to leave him until we Profaned Capital. We're going to kind of link back round to that area, the lower part of it anyway. We have to drop in there, so we'll get the giant then, we'll kill him then, and we'll clear up here then, just to make it easier. So we're going to drop down this end one here, and this is going to allow us to completely divert around the giant. So there is a bridge leading to the right there, and you can drop down, and there's a load of rats down there, and you can kill him and what have you. There's items. Again, we're going to do all of that later. We're going to go down to that lower cell, which you need to get to via the Profaned Capital. So we'll do that in the next video. There's going to be 3 rats. There's the other one. I don't know why I turned my back to him. I have no idea. And then that lit up bit there, that tunnel, there's going to be rats pouring out of that, at least 4 or 5. But of course they die in 1 hit, so it shouldn't be too bad. We've got 4, we've got 5. We've got 4. 4, okay. Right, up here, I had a nightmare with this area. I don't know why. It's not particularly difficult. So there's 2 chests up here. It's not difficult. It's not. It's really not. This first chest, when you open it, you actually have to take the item. Is the old cell key. This is something we're going to be using in the Profaned Capital to unlock a door. And it's a load of these basilisks are going to come pouring out of the sewer. And obviously, they are going to be spraying curse at you. Now try and get past them. Try and get the last one and kind of work your way back. Drop back if you need to. But yeah, they can quite quickly swarm you. So don't just run into them and try and kill them. It's just not worth it. Just back away. Let the smoke dissipate. And then go in. They're an absolute nightmare when they're in a crowd like this. Okay, I think we're good. Fun fact, if you didn't know, those things on the side of the head are not their eyes. That was fun. I think that's actually their gland, whatever the poison gland. The eyes are underneath, little ones. Right, so this is a new type of mimic, and it kills me. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. I should have been close to it. The thing to do with this mimic is actually be close to it. Yeah, so I died. I'm going to run back. I actually had to come back. I got killed by the basilisk a couple of times as well. Absolute nightmare. So you can see I've got quite a few souls now. So I've run back. I went through that window, did that bit with all those guys, dropped down by the giant again and ran back here. And then we'll get rid of the mimic how you're supposed to do it this time. Now the reason we've done this is for the dark clutch ring. We obviously need that. It's one of the rings we need. Oh, what a nightmare that bit was. It shouldn't have been. It just wasn't going well. And this bit oddly doesn't go well. I don't know why. It's just 2 large rats. They're not a problem usually. But this one nearly killed me. Okay, right, calm down. Maybe it's because I'm anticipating this room that's coming up next. I hate this room. It's probably the worst room in the game. I'm not going to show you what's in there yet. Just hook to the left-hand side, pick this item up, and just run. Run, 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 run. Straight up here. I'm going to grab the Dragon Torso Stone, which is quite interesting. You basically turn yourself into a dragon. You need to strip off. You need to take all your armor off. Then you get like a dragon body. Remember that there. We'll get that on the way down. It increases your resistances to certain things, and it allows you to push enemies back with like almost like a shout, like a Skyrim. It's never a setup I've used. So this is lower 2, by the way. So if you need to get back here, this is the gate from lower 2. If you want to use the bonfire to get back. Okay, right, back down. Yeah, and this area also where this sort of dragon was sat is the way we get to an area later on, Archdragon Peak, which is going to be one of the last areas we do. We need a gesture before we can go there. You basically do the gesture while sat on the mat next to that dragon thing, and you'll go there, teleport there. Now, you thought 3 of these were bad. There's like 6 or 7 in this room. So you're going to have to, one at a time, and run away. You can see how quick the health is just dropping. It's just not worth it. It's going to take a while. I do apologise, but that's kind of how you have to do this area. Look, if you're lucky, one will follow you up. And you can hide behind the pillar and they won't be able to see you. And obviously you get the drop on them at that point. They'll always do that smoke first if they're not alerted to you. So if they're in that sort of greenish state, then you can run in. Oh, this is dangerous. Get out. Run in, get the hits, and just get out again. It's going to take a few Estus, but yeah, I'm going. I've had enough. It's just, it's such, I suppose it's well designed-ish. I get the idea, the flavour of it. They drain the people, they're prisoners, and then they're able to get to them. Obviously that spray slows you down as well. Another one. It's like you would necessarily, you'd think, oh, I can just run straight to that one and keep hitting in, keep going. It's just not going to happen. They'll hit you with that iron and it'll be all over. It's just not worth chancing it. So how many got? We've got 2 on the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 maybe. There's a lot. And that's it. There's actually another one, but it doesn't alert straight away. So directly ahead of where we were, we're going to go into the Terror Baby room, whatever these things are. One of them, if they have the blue sort of thing like that, they can do this sort of poison spray. I think it might actually be a weapon. It'll hurt your weapons, that one. I don't think it's poison necessarily. Look out for the sleeping ones. And they also have this shockwave attack that this one's going to do. That when it bangs the floor, it's going to do a shockwave on the second bang. And just get rid of them. And then you've got the Profaned Coal. That we need to give to our smith friend, of course. Now this armor set here, the Alva, Leggings, Gauntlets, Armor and Helm, will not be here if you didn't kill the invader Alva at the start of the area. Don't worry, you don't need it. But if you want it, that's how you get it. Yet another mimic. This is a normal standy up mimic. Don't fight him in here, it's going to be a lot more difficult. Look at that, that's so cool. It's actually really cool. Yeah, you can see how much they hurt as well. That was one kick. That flying kick had me distracted for a moment there. Yeah, again. These mimics down here. The flying kick. And that's going to drop 2 Titanite scales as well. So the last jailer is on the right. You can see the red light there. It won't get you from here, so don't worry. So we're going to go into this cell now. And it's going to have the Xanthous ashes, which we give to the maiden, the shrine maiden, and the Dusk crown ring. Scream incoming. The Dusk crown ring increases your magic damage and reduces your health. So if you want that for any reason, go for it. Now we don't actually need to go down here yet. We will be back here. I don't know what happened then. We will be back here. There's a prisoner in there. We don't have the key yet. We need to get it from the Profaned Capital and come back. There is one of those enemies. You can see it there just at the back with the red eyes and the kind of cross on its back. You can release that and it will kill all the jailers, but I mean, getting to it is going to be very difficult. So we don't need, there's nothing in that cell, so just leave it in there. And we're going to be coming back here later on. And that's it for this area. This is the Profaned Capital. Literally, that's it. Well, we've not done that giant and gone down there. We're going to do that. There you can just see off to the right hand side there's going to be a gargoyle and it's going to come flying in and roll. I don't know why I wasn't, but roll. Keep rolling. Keep rolling. Oh, that was close. Got me through. That's not even fair. It can't follow you once you go through the rubble there, but it managed to get me with its weapon. Did not go very well during this video. I do apologise. A bit messy. But we got the job done. And this is the Undead Bone Shard and the Gesture Stretch Out. And that is poor old Laddersmith Gilligan from Dark Souls 2. So I don't know what happened to him, but he stretched out. One final present to us is the gesture there. Yeah, and that's kind of where we're going to finish. So back to the Carthus Beacon Pyromancy that I'm trying to get equipped. I completely forgot. I know I'm doing a guide. I should be doing my research, and I've been researching everything. I completely forgot it takes 2 attunement slots to equip. My current attunement is at 12. I need to get to 14 before there's a second attunement slot available. And I forget this before I upgrade. So I will be getting it in the next video. We don't need it yet anyway. It's just from... You don't actually need it until New Game Plus, really. Or New Game Plus. It just helps burn through bosses quicker. That's about it. So we're going to give in the ashes and we're going to give in the coal and obviously reinforce the SS flask while you're there. Now at this point I go and dump a load into endurance. I get that last faith that I need, so I'm up to 12 intelligence, 12 faith. I can use it now, right? Yeah, attunement needs to be at 14. I could have done it. So endurance, I wanted a few into endurance as well because I do feel I just don't have enough, and obviously it builds up your defenses as well. So this is the part where I notice. I was like, oh no, I completely forgot about so I do apologise. It does take 2 slots. We're not going to need it right now anyway, so it's okay. It's more for bosses later on. 2 specific ones actually, where we're going to use that. So I'm going to get that. Again, if you don't want to use it, if you're not an aggressive player, you don't need to follow through all of that I'm doing. Use the Undead Bone Shard there as well. So you can dump it into health, endurance, and dexterity instead. You don't need to worry about it. Maybe I should have done. Maybe I should have done that myself at this point. It will be worth it. So I'm just dumping all my weapons and armor. We are done for this video. So it's off to the Profaned Capital to finish that off. It's quite a short area again, once again. So yeah, that's it for this one. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.